You should be saving for the future, but savings accounts suck, and investing can be scary. We combine the ease of savings with the real returns of investing. We call it Save Vesting, and it's only available in our new app, Stairs. Stairs offers 4 to 6% returns, no fees, and you can withdraw anytime. Do your future a favor. Visit stairsapp.com today.
Hey everybody, it's Sam with Pro Wrestling Overtime. Yes, I know you guys haven't heard from me in just a little while, but I want to go back about 2 weeks. We're going to start hopefully catching up, getting thoughts, getting discussion, getting things going. So I want to go back to the WWE draft, where they were shaking the brands up, supposedly, and supposedly Fox, the USA Network, or NBC/Peacock were involved. Now, we've all heard the rumors that Fox demanded certain people to be on SmackDown. Well, are they going to continue to make that happen is my wonderment. And we're going to talk about that a little bit in this episode. I also want to talk about a lot of people threw fits about how they were destroying tag teams. They were breaking up tag teams. There's not going to be a tag team division anymore. On and on and on. Now, is that true? I mean, when you think about it, when you look at it, when you see it, is that really true? Well, of course, since tonight is Monday, I'm going to start with Monday Night Raw. And we're going to talk first about the tag team division, and is that really, I don't know, broken? Actually, on Monday Night Raw, all of you know that Crown Jewel is Thursday of this week. So we're hoping to get caught up, rocking and raring to go with Crown Jewel by then. Monday Night Raw with the draft that starts on Friday. The brand flip-flops on Friday. Let's look tag teams. On Raw, you've got the Mysterios, Ray and Dominic. You've got Randy Orton and Riddle, AJ Styles and Almost, the Street Profits, the Alpha Academy, the Dirty Dogs, the Hurt Business, and you could possibly put Apollo Crews and Commander Azeez in there. Guys, I just named 8 tag teams on Raw. They actually, next Monday, the 25th, whoever wins at Crown Jewel, between Randy Orton, Riddle, and Almost and AJ Styles, they could have a tournament, a 2-week tournament, 3-week tournament, of who's going to be the number 1 contender. I mean, think about that. They have 8 tag teams for Raw. Now, a lot of people say, hey, why not unify the tag belts? I know JD from New York, with Off the Script, has been saying this probably for about 2 years. I was like, oh, maybe they should keep them, apart, separate. But yet, when you think about it, this is just 8 tag teams on Raw. If you're going to keep them in tag teams, and I hope not. I hope we get Riddle and Randy broken up. I hope we get Almost and AJ Styles when Almost is ready broken up. Because I want to see them singles. Everyone else should stay a tag team. So that's 6 tag teams. We'll get to SmackDown in a little bit. But imagine those 6 teams being featured and rotated in and out with their feuds. That you could show, this feud started on Main Event or it started on 205. And so it's now with Raw. And then you have it play a couple weeks while you're stirring up another tag team battle. You have them rotate in and out. You might have one tag team match in the first hour, one between 9:30, 10:15 on a weekly basis. You're rotating these out. Now, if you go to one unified belt, then you add SmackDown in there. You may have 10 tag teams, and you're seeing 2 tag teams, I should say, go at it in the first hour, second hour, and then you're seeing another 2 tag teams on Raw going at it. So there's 4 tag teams you're using, and then you have tag teams showing up on SmackDown that you're rotating. Again, you're rotating on them on Main Event 205 so that they're getting people to follow them. I guarantee if you would get the Street Profits and the Hurt Business and start it on Raw, have them show up because they're unified on SmackDown, even if it's just to cut promos or to do something to each other or have a mini match where they get interrupted, where they can't finish it, but they're going to finish it on Main Event. There's 1 week of the Street Profits and the Hurt Business that people want to see, and it ends on Main Event. If you want to find out this match that's been building, that you've been doing promos, vignettes, you've done a half match and somebody has destroyed it, people will follow to Main Event. But you've got to do a good job of promoting it and telling them where Main Event is. I talked to some friends of mine. They have no clue where Main Event is. They didn't even know it was a weekly show. They didn't know 205 still existed. That's how bad of a job WWE has done. And I think a lot of people in WWE, whether it's creative, whether it's back home at the office in Stamford, Connecticut, or it's the big 4 of Nick Khan, Kevin Dunn, Bruce Pritchard, and Vince McMahon, someone is not talking to someone. We know the left hand does not communicate with the right hand. What are they doing that's getting people to Peacock? Other than the pay-per-views, which they kill us with. They shoot promo after promo after promo for them. But yet a lot of the other stuff that's on Peacock, they don't even mention. Peacock is the same network, under the same network as USA, but yet I guarantee if we watch Monday Night Raw tonight on October 25th, there will be no mention of Peacock other than Crown Jewel will be there Thursday afternoon. They will not promote other shows there. That doesn't make sense to me. Fix the search function in Peacock and pull up previous Randy Orton, Riddle, AJ Styles, Almost, and put blurbs of them on your YouTube, or show a blurb, a video package of them tonight, and say you can watch these full matches on Peacock. You've got people who have Peacock who don't know they can watch that. I mean, think about it. Why are they not promoting on Raw tonight or a future episode of Raw? Go back and watch Dominic Mysterio as a child and get them involved in the Eddie Ray storyline. See Dominic as a little kid. And then on his playlist, you have him from last year stepping in to save his dad. Getting people ready for that storyline. Why is there not a little blurb or video or something? Every time Keith Lee, I refuse to call him Bearcat, that's stupid. Every time Keith Lee comes out, every time Austin Theory comes out, heck, you can do it for Karrion Kross and Bianca Belair. These superstars have been up and down the main roster for the last year, but do people who don't know, number one, that they could watch NXT, number two, that these people last year were in NXT, can go back and watch them, put together playlists of them, and see the beginnings of their career in NXT, see the highlights of NXT, get people to Peacock, get people using your back collection and knowing stories. Weave them together somehow and start writing stories now. Now, when you look at the men's SmackDown, the men's Raw roster, the first thing that pops out to me was how many tag teams they had, and they had the core of the 24/7 title. If it's a 24/7 title, and we know these guys are traveling on Friday.
Here's to getting back together, to planned lunches and unplanned cookouts, to grandma's recipes and smells that take us back, to passing down plates and traditions. Here's to warm embraces and familiar faces, to your best friends becoming best friends, to scheming, dreaming, and food still steaming. Here's to laughter and love, to growing closer than ever. For all of life's get-togethers, Chinette, here's to us.
You should be saving for the future, but savings accounts suck, and investing can be scary. We combine the ease of savings with the real returns of investing. We call it Save Vesting, and it's only available in our new app, Stairs. Stairs offers 4 to 6% returns, no fees, and you can withdraw anytime. Do your future a favor. Visit stairsapp.com today.
They're actually there on SmackDown most of the time. Saturday and Sunday, they're there at the house shows. Monday night, they're there. R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, Reggie, Drake Maverick. You can throw Jackson Riker in there. You can throw Veer in there, as far as I'm concerned. And you have 6 decent guys built for the 24/7 role. Let them run all over the place too. Let them have matches. Let a match be on main event, and as soon as it ends, Veer comes in and destroys both of them and wins the SmackDown Championship. And then on Monday Night Raw, he comes swagger into the ring, and they show from main event what happened. And you see the other 5 in the back trying to make a plan. Who's going to distract who and who's going to be able to get that belt? And you get to see the bumbling start. And Reggie being all confident and flipping around and Veer swatting him out of the air. Gee, that division, that 24/7, actually sounds fun now. Especially if they go to SmackDown. Can you imagine them going to SmackDown and getting in Shayna Baszler's way? And so she just clotheslines different ones of them. She puts one to sleep. And she goes to have a talk with the 24/7 belt holder and says, don't be running near me again. Don't be getting in my way. Whoever it is smarts her off. She sets them up for where she's going to break their arm, their elbow. And as they do, a person lays down, they count the 1, 2, 3. And as R-Truth pops up, he says, Shayna, I don't want no part of you. I'll never be around you ever again. And takes off running the opposite way. Or you can do that same thing on Raw with Rhea Ripley. Because finally, WWE has listened and put the 2 badasses on completely different brands. Edge and Seth on Raw, unbelievable. Watch Crown Jewel. Gonna have an episode here very soon on why that's gonna be the best match at Crown Jewel. Their Hell in a Cell match, mark my words, should be the match of the pay-per-view. And those 2 should put on an unbelievable show. And we're going to talk about that in a future episode. You've got Finn Balor hanging out. He has an ongoing, lingering, hanging storyline with Karrion Kross. Finn Balor also owes Seth Rollins. He was the first Universal Champion ever. Seth hurt him in that match and he had to give it up. He needs to get that belt back, that Raw Championships, the WWE Championship. And as he's climbing that ladder, does Seth Rollins get in his way? Kevin Owens. Damian Priest? Please turn Kevin Owens heel again. I mean, can we get John Morrison in there? And I mean the real John Morrison. Johnny Impact. That we saw bouncing everywhere, being athletic as all get out, and torturing people who didn't understand him or couldn't keep up. Big E, he has automatic competitors now. He can have Edge, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, maybe even John Morrison or Karrion Kross thrown at him. Do I want to throw Keith Lee at him immediately? No. Keith Lee needs to be built up, I would say, for the next 2 months. Because you're not going to do anything really Survivor Series with him. He's not a champion. And he shouldn't be on the Raw team. So don't put him there. Build him up for the next 2 months and get him ready for day one. The pay-per-view that's January 1st. Same thing with Austin Theory. You want to continue building him up. That's why I encourage, if WWE won't do it, you do it. Go watch some of the storylines they had in NXT. Watch how they wrestle. Karrion Kross, you may be able to throw in there some. AJ Styles and The Miz are wandering around. You know, you've still kind of got Apollo Crews who possibly could still singles wrestle. No, don't throw Dolph Ziggler or Bobby Roode at all into singles. Do they deserve to be there? Are they technical wrestlers? Can they tell some of the best stories? Yes. They are awesome storytellers. They're awesome wrestlers. But WWE has blown them apart so much that people have it in their heads that they're jobbers. You have to, either as a tag team or as singles competitors, start building them back up. Put a playlist of them separate or together of how unbelievable they can be. Don't put losses in there, but you can build them back up, just like you can the Alpha Academy with Chad Gable and Otis, who we haven't seen, I don't know, in months, have we? I don't know. I don't even care about them at all. I see them and I'm like, eh. So we have to take the men's division and rebuild some things. We need to get a pecking order. We need to possibly get some rankings and see who is climbing what ladder. Because even though they proved last week, and I guess they're doing it again this week because they can't come up with anything new, that Big E and Drew McIntyre can't coexist. Well, great, because Drew McIntyre is going to SmackDown, and he's not going to win the belt anyway. So, I don't even know why we're pretending to play with this. Let Big E start with someone soon. But, that's my thoughts on Monday Night Raw, tag team, 24/7. They should go across the WWE world. There should be one tag team title, and it should be defended on both brands. 205 main event, and allow it to be built back up. Have rotating casts of characters that are having battles with each other on all four of these shows, and people fighting for the championship. Same thing, 24/7. Needs to be all four of these shows. Let's get our archives and Peacock together. And we really have to show we can have strong storylines that people can truly believe in. And then we went over the rest of Men's Raw. Think about it. You've got 36 men on there. Let's do something with them. Through the tag team titles, through the championship, through the United States Championship. Surely we can have good storylines with these wrestlers. I know we can. Next episode, let's talk about the women. Everybody on Reddit and Twitter, you mention the women. They're all frustrated. They're all confused. They don't get why the women don't get more time, why their storylines are not better, how the belts are all junked up. Are they going to solve that at Crown Jewel or another way? I don't want a belt exchange unless it's done in the ring at Survivor Series. So we're going to be talking to women in the next episode, and then we're going to do the same thing with SmackDown. Remember, we won the tag titles, all four shows, and 24/7 definitely needs all four shows. Think about it. If 24/7 is off Raw 1 week to be on main event, then you have the extra 5-10 minutes to give to better vignettes, better promos, or to the women. When you sit down and you think of these four shows as episodic TV that's running together, that you can build storylines through four shows, plus give backstories with your archives on Peacock. You really can turn this around. Monday Night Raw won't be unwatchable anymore. I don't think. They could screw up a one-car funeral. Who knows? Anyway, I'll be talking to you soon, and I'll hopefully see you down the road.